Number 8. 1973 Ford Capri RS 2600 German import. You won't find it in most muscle car lists, but the German-built 1973 Ford Capri RS 2600 deserves a seat at the table. This was Europe's Mustang, built smaller, lighter, and smarter. It packed a 2.6-liter Cologne V6, making 150 horsepower, which doesn't sound like much, until you consider the weight. Just over 2,300 pounds. 0 to 60 in 7 seconds flat. Quarter mile? Mid-15s. It wasn't muscle by brute force. It was muscle by balance. The RS 2600 came with fuel injection, a close ratio 4-speed, upgraded suspension, and wide tires. It carved corners like a European coupe, but it had American DNA in its veins. And while it was never officially sold in the US, gray market imports made their way over, driven by purists who didn't need cubic inches to go fast. It looked clean. Sleek lines, ducktail spoiler, bucket seats. It didn't scream power, but it delivered every time you pushed it. The Capri RS 2600 proved that muscle didn't have to be massive. It just had to move right. Speaking of movement, our next car looked like a grandpa's grocery getter, but under the hood, it was pure anger. Number 7. 1975 Chevrolet Laguna S3 400. It had vinyl seats, opera windows, and the stance of a family car. But the 1975 Chevrolet Laguna S3, it came ready to fight. At its best, the S3 packed a 400 cubic inch small block V8, making 180 horsepower and 325 pound-feet of torque. That's not world-ending power. But the Laguna had a secret: NASCAR engineering. With the right gearing and the optional F41 handling package, it could pull off 0 to 60 in 7.3 seconds and the quarter mile in the high 15 seconds. Chevy built the Laguna for homologation. The sloped nose and rounded rear window weren't just for style, they helped it dominate superspeedways. Cale Yarborough drove a Laguna to championship wins, and the street version kept just enough of that DNA to make things interesting. It wasn't loud about what it could do. Most people saw chrome trim and assumed it was soft, but the S3 had real muscle underneath, and it could hold its own when challenged. It was one of the last true NASCAR-to-street builds GM ever produced. But while Chevy leaned on wind tunnels and aero tricks, Dodge stuck to its roots: big block, bare steel, and no mercy. Number 6, 1971, Dodge Coronet Super B 446 pack. Everyone remembers the Charger. But in 1971, if you knew where to look, Dodge let you order a 446 pack in the Coronet Super B, and it was brutal. While the Super B had just moved to the Charger, a few insiders spec'd the post-Coronet sedan. Lightweight, no frills, and loaded with a 440 cubic inch V8 and 3 two-barrel carbs. That combo made 385 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque. It ran 0 to 60 in 5.8 seconds and the quarter in the high 13s. These weren't flashy cars. Most had dog-dish hubcaps, bench seats, and column shifters. But with the 6-pack under the hood, they could humiliate just about anything on the road. They weren't in commercials or movies and weren't meant to be collectible. But in the real world, they were monsters. Retired detective cruiser on the outside, dragstrip war drum on the inside. Quiet looks, loud exit. One of Dodge's best-kept secrets. And now you know. Still watching? Then you're definitely one of us. Hit that subscribe button. The final 5 are the rarest, weirdest, and fastest